Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Floss and Media. This channel is normally about the Floss. I do a lot of Python and Bash and Linux related stuff, and I actually have a lot of fun doing it. But lately, I've been getting a lot of these emails like the one you're looking at right now. And to be honest, I'm just fed up. This crap is getting out of hand, and I don't know what else to do. I don't think reporting it seems to be doing a damn thing. And yeah, I hope you'll be able to read this, and I don't know. But yeah, if you're watching and you want to hear something a bit interesting, I wouldn't be surprised if you've gotten a few of these yourself. But it starts off by it says from hacker@zelia.name. You have received an email from Wendy. This is just some little backend PHP that I have on my one of my website forms, just to let me know what the user put inside the name field, so I know the name of the person when they email me. But yeah, I'll continue. Your site has been hacked. Please forward this email to someone in your company who is allowed to make important decisions. We have hacked your website, pagesprouts.com, and extracted your databases, which is normally would be kind of funny because the databases on this website are just about empty, and there's nobody's personal information even in them. So I don't know what they're trying to blackmail me with here, but I guess they're just throwing their line in the water, just hoping to catch something. But they're not going to get anything here. And it continues to go on to say, how did this happen? Our team has found a vulnerability within your site that we were able to exploit. After finding the vulnerability, we were able to get your database credentials, extract your entire database, and move the information to an offshore server. I'm pretty sure their servers are already offshore. But what does this mean? We will be we will systematically go through a series of steps of totally damaging your reputation. First, your website will be leaked or sold to the highest bidder, which they will then use with whatever their intentions are. If there are emails found, they will be emailed that their information has been sold or leaked, and your pagesprouts.com was at fault, thusly damaging your reputation and having angry customers/associates with whatever angry customers/associates do. Yeah, typical grammar. Um, I'm having trouble even reading this. It doesn't make any sense. Well, lastly, any links that you have indexed in your search engines will be de-indexed based off of black hat techniques that we've used in the past to de-index our targets. Good for you. How do you stop this? We are willing to refrain from destroying your website's reputation for a small fee. The current fee is $2,500 in Bitcoin. Please send the Bitcoin to the following Bitcoin address, copy and paste it as it is case sensitive. Once you have paid, we will automatically get informed that it was your payment. Please note that you have to make the payment within 7 days after receiving this email, or the database leak, emails dispatched, and de-index of your site will start. How do I get Bitcoins? You can easily buy any Bitcoins via several websites or even offline from a Bitcoin ATM. What if I don't pay? If you decide not to pay, we will start the attack at the indicated date and uphold it until you do. There are no countermeasures for this. You will only end up wasting more money trying to find a solution. We will completely destroy your reputation amongst Google and your customers. This is not a hoax. Do not reply to this email. Don't try to reason or negotiate. We will not read any replies. Once you have paid, we will stop what we were doing and you will never hear from us again. Please note that Bitcoin is anonymous and no one will ever find out that you have complied. And for anyone that doesn't know, Bitcoin is anything but anonymous. Any transactions that you do make with Bitcoin are recorded on a ledger, which is public to anybody that has a computer and an internet connection. And they can see these transactions whenever they want. So by looking at this email quick, you wouldn't assume it was from a professional, but believe it or not, it actually is. The guy that wrote this, who calls himself Wendy, his name is Joseph something or other. I can't remember his last name. Can't pronounce his last name. And he's probably a middle-aged IT guy, based in Africa, which I'll show you in a couple of minutes here. And yeah, I'd expect more for someone like that. when I recently found out it was him, I didn't think it would be, just because he does look like he would be someone that knows what he's talking about. But I guess in those LinkedIn profiles, anybody can pretty much make themselves look however they want. And yeah, I just don't know what to say about this. And when I did a bit of digging, I first just clicked on the More button up here, then View Source. And right here, we can see the header for the email. And there's the remote address right there. So then I just took that, copied it, and now I'll open up my terminal quick. And I'm just going to run a whois on it. So whois, and the email, and then enter. And we can see right here, the individual's name right here is Joey Esquigable, however you want to pronounce that. Here's the address that the email was sent from. And there's a couple phone numbers we have right there too. So yeah, maybe I'll just open up a browser here and we'll poke around and see what this guy's all about. So I'll just copy this name. And the voice in my head is screaming not to do this, but yeah, I don't know. I've already kind of looked into this, and I've only found one other guy that it possibly could be, and everything matches up from all these addresses to his workplace. And everything I'm about to show you is public information anyways. So yeah, let's have a peek and see what we find here. So I'm just going to open up a browser. And search for his name. So we see we got a few social media accounts here. And maybe I'll just start with the first one of LinkedIn and see what it turns up. So yeah, the email I just read you doesn't really look like it would fit this guy, does it? System director at wherever that place is. I think it's an African or a French country located in Africa. He definitely has a few followers and connections. About network administrator, experienced in IP network planning, deployment and maintenance, with experience in IT routing and switching, using advanced and dynamic routing protocols like OSPF, ISIS, BGF, blah 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 blah, and it goes on. And we can see he has a few different places. His work history is fairly extensive. Actually, it doesn't look like they last that long though, like maybe a year or two in each job. So I don't know whether this guy's has been found not to be too reputable in the past. We can see he had a job here for 3 years, another one for 5 years, another one for 2 years. So maybe reporting this guy has helped a bit, but yeah, that's Joey for you. And I was tempted to actually message him on LinkedIn, ask him why he's trying to blackmail me. And I still might do that. But yeah, where to go from here? And this is just one example. I get about, I'd say at least two or three of these a week. Easy. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll go back to the whois here and see if we can do some double checking and find out if this is actually real or not. So here's the address right here. Or maybe I'll use this as street address, see if that links back to his company. So maybe I'll copy that. Open a new tab here, paste that in there. ISO Telecom, yep, that's the same one. And so if we go here, yeah, and as you can see, it's based in Benin, or however you pronounce that. And if you go back here, same place right there. And what else can we look at here? Maybe I'll just look up this address right here. Ghani. Yeah, this doesn't show us too much. So I should have prepared for this a bit longer. It's just this isn't planned at all. But yeah, the addresses definitely add up. The workplace adds up. Unless there's two Joys with same name that both work at this place, this is definitely the guy. So, and it doesn't look like someone that would even be bothered with doing something like this, which is what throws me. The other guy I found was probably in his early 20s, Filipino guy that had his picture taken for his Facebook profile in some kind of soup kitchen. I thought that was him for sure. But after I did some more digging around, yeah, I was surprised. I thought the other guy was it for sure. But yeah, this guy, I don't have much of a doubt in my mind that this is him. So you never know who these days is out to take from whoever they possibly can. But yeah, that's I don't want to use too many four-letter words to describe this guy, but I think you guys get the picture. And born in 86, so let's see what else we can find here. Facebook. Actually, I think that's a different Joey. Let's see if this is him here. Instagram. Yeah, it sure looks like the same guy. Maybe I can zoom in here and oh, maybe not. Yeah, it's definitely the same guy though. And there are a few other profiles I found here earlier too. That's a different Joey, obviously. What do we got here? Rounddeal.com. Same company too. Right there. ISOCIL Telecom. And headquarters, yep, been in. Same guy. Telecommunications, internet professional, and residential services, and some French stuff. And there's that business name right there. And if I sign into LinkedIn too, it definitely looks like him. It's all the same information that you're seeing right here. And it all corresponds with all this stuff right here that I found with who is. Same addresses, same everything. Even the phone numbers are similar except for the last few digits. So I don't know how this can't be the guy. But yeah, just word to the wise, just watch out for this garbage. If you do get an email like this, just open up a browser. There's also an online tool of who is. You can just search for it, and it'll do the exact same thing. It's completely free, except you'll just have to look at a bunch of ads. But it'll do everything that I just did here. And yeah, so that's one example. And so yeah, maybe we can just move on to another one that I received not too long ago after I received this one. And that was the original one was about 3 days ago. The one I'm about to show you was the next day. And I received another one today that I just deleted. But I'm kind of regretting that now because I'm wondering if maybe I should just post more videos like this for every one of these ransom emails that I get. And why not? This is getting ridiculous. So I'm just going to try to remember where I put that other email because I started saving them. So maybe get rid of this for now. Is there anything more that we need? No, I don't think so. But yeah, I'll get rid of that. And yeah, I'll just clear this maybe. Unless there's something I'm forgetting here. And those phone numbers I could look up too, I guess. Um, but yeah, actually, what the heck? I'll just copy this right now. I'll go back to the browser. And not sure, quite sure how to look up a phone number. Most of the tools that I used to use are all paid, and I don't have subscriptions to them anymore. But maybe just something like where is. Kind of curious whether this is from Africa too or not. What's my IP? Those are all IP addresses. Yeah, I find it's hard to look up phone numbers because they always just grab the nearest or the closest IP address, which obviously doesn't do us any good. But unless you're using voice over IP, I guess that's a possibility too. But I don't really want to jump into these too much in case I end up running across the wrong person. So yeah, maybe I'll just close this off for now and leave it at that for this guy. And yeah, we can maybe have a look at another email here. So this one says, well, I'll just read it to you. So yeah, we received a message from Eric. Good day. My name is Eric, and unlike a lot of emails that you might get, I wanted to instead provide you with a word of encouragement. Congratulations. What for? Part of my job is to check out websites, and the work you've done with pagesprouts.com definitely stands out. It's clear that you're looking to build a website. You're looking to build a website seriously and made a real investment in time and resources into making it top quality. There is, however, a catch, more accuracy, a question. So when people like me happens to find your site, yeah, more grammar here that's questionable. Maybe at the top of the search results. Excuse me. Nice job. Or just through a random link. How do you know? More importantly, how do you make a connection with that person? Studies show that 7 out of 10 visitors that don't stick around, that they're 1 second, that they're there 1 second and then they're gone with the wind. Here's a way to create an instant engagement that you may not have known about. Talk with the web advisor is a software widget. Blah blah blah. Yeah, he's trying to sell me some kind of widget. So congratulations for doing a good job, but here's what you need to buy to make it even better. So this guy's name is Eric. So let's see if he's from a country that has people that are named Eric. And so I'm just going to look at the source code here. And there it is right there, the remote address. So I'll copy that, go back in the browser. We can clear this garbage out. And just do who is. Paste that there, hit enter. Oh, let's see what we got here. So filtered support at royale.com. And road, yeah, India, Prune, India. How many of you guys do you know from India that are named Eric? So see what I mean? That's pretty much a red flag right there. If someone sends you one of these emails and they say their name's Eric, John, Peter, Joe, and then they turn out to be from somewhere in Asia or who knows where, somewhere where you know the guy's name isn't Eric. But yeah, that's another reason for suspicion. So yeah, like I said, I do get a lot of these. I have been just deleting them just because they do make me mad and I don't want to see them anymore. But I think from now on, I'm just going to hold on to them and save them like I did with these last two. And then if I get any more, maybe I'll put more thought in these videos instead of just ranting and showing you pictures and stuff. And yeah, I go from there. Maybe I'll just do a more professional job of it and make these a little bit easier to comprehend. But yeah, just in case you do get a lot of these, and like I said, you don't have you're not on a Linux system and you don't have Whois installed on your computer. what you can do is just open up the browser, and I'll show you the online tool right now. So I'm just going to type in whois, hit enter, and then there it is right there at the top, whois.com. And maybe I'll just find that guy's name for you again and we can have a quick look. So I'm just going to copy his IP address in, and this will be from the first example. And you'd be surprised at what this guy's LinkedIn profile looks like. I can't show it to you now because I'm not signed in, but yeah, you would have no idea that someone would leave crap like this on someone's email. So looks like your domain has not been registered yet. Huh. Oh, sorry, I didn't throw the IP in there. So a little bit frazzled today. But yeah, and there we go. And there's how you do it too if you're not on a Linux system. You just go to whois.com and put the IP address in there and hit the button, and you're good to go. Just the only disadvantage here, of course, is you have to look at all these ads, but it's well worth it. So yeah, with all that being said, and normally I'd report this guy, but up here it says no abuse contact registered. So normally if a lot of these go through a hosting provider or some kind of email service like that, it'll list their hosting provider with a contact email that you can go to and leave some kind of report about abuse. But yeah, I didn't see that here, so this is another reason for making this video because I don't really have a way to report them. Whereas the two methods that I do have are, actually maybe I'll just show you quick. For the United States, I use this link right here, https reportfraud.fctc.gov. And for Canada, it's not quite as easy. You have to either fill out a form and give them all your personal information, and it's a huge process. You can't just contact them through email. And same type of deal with the phone number. They ask for all kinds of personal information and all that jargon. So, but this is pretty much the only way that I do know of. It hasn't worked much in the past, but maybe I'll just keep trying with that at the same time. And other than that, making a YouTube video, that's really the only the routes I know what to take. You just have to be careful, of course, to make sure that all the information that you've exposed is public, which we looked at today. The social media accounts and stuff were all public. I was careful not to click on the wrong one to expose the wrong person. And yeah, just be careful. And I think the most important thing is when you ever get these emails, never, ever, ever click on one of the links inside the email. It's okay to open them up and have a look. But as soon as you click on one of those links, it'll either be a phishing link or they're trying to execute code on your computer. The latter is obviously much worse, but the first one sucks too. Because a lot of these phishing websites look quite professional, to tell you the truth, and it's really hard to tell the difference for pretty much anybody. Either if you inspect every single letter in the URL, and even a lot of those look real because they can just make up a name that's not misspelled, and you never even really know until you've entered your information. And if this happens to anyone else, before you enter any of your information in any website, from an email, which I wouldn't do anyways, but if you feel like you have to, before you enter any information, just make sure you call the number on the back of your bank card or an actual official number from that bank, and make sure you talk to someone and ask them, hey, did you leave me this email? It looks kind of suspicious. I want to know who sent it. And if it wasn't you guys, just let me know. And then we can go from there. But yeah, with that, please feel free to let me know if there's anything else I can help with. And like I said, I know this email or this video wasn't too professional or thought out. It's just a rant. I didn't script it or anything. It's just, yeah, I guess I just wanted to I don't know. I just couldn't hold off any longer. But definitely a type of video than this channel is used to putting out. And I promise to do more Linux and Bash type stuff earlier or soon. I do have one plan to show you how to install Debian with the manual partitioning method, and a couple other little tips and tricks that are included in a script I wrote for a post-install script. So you can install all your programs and configure all your settings exactly the way you want it with just basically with just by running one command. And I think it'll be awesome when it's done. And I was actually in the middle of doing that when this crap came up. And I'm definitely looking forward to getting back to that and forgetting about these clowns for a little while. And when I do get more of these in the future, maybe I'll just make it more of like a regular show type thing where I do showcase one every week. But if I had to keep up, I'd have to do one every friggin' day, and then I'd have to, I don't know when I'd work it to make actual money. But yeah, sorry for the rant. Um, yeah, if you guys are into Linux tutorial stuff and would like to know an alternate way to install Debian, much easier, and just do some fun stuff. And I wish this doesn't have to be such a gloomy video, but it just makes me sad that there's people out there that actually fall for this stuff. And it's not because they're dumb people, it's just because they're trusting. And a lot of them are just good, trusting, smart people. And they believe that the world can't be full of this much crap and filth. So they just go ahead and they follow along because they're honest. And those are the people that are really getting burned. So they're not stupid, they're not dumb. They're just good, trusting people, period. And they're the ones that are getting the worst of all this. And something has to be done to prevent it. Because sadly enough, I don't think our trusted authority figures are doing a damn thing about it. So, yeah, thanks for listening. And if this happens to you and you need to know what to do, please feel free to leave me a message. I'm not plugging my website or anything, but it is called pagesprouts.com. And it's just like it sounds. I don't want to show it to you now because it looks like I'm going to be selling it or something, and that's not what I want. Or just leave me a comment on here. I'm not monetized, so I don't care about if I get a bunch of comments to somehow get paid more or whatever. I just like to get in touch with some people on this platform just so we can compare notes and maybe come up with some kind of plan to help limit the destruction that all this stuff is causing. Because I'm just sick of hard work, hard-earned people. I'm just sick of people that make their work or make their money hard-earned. Just lose it in a flim to these pieces of garbage that just can't be bothered to find real jobs, even though the last guy we looked at looked like he had a real job. But yeah, I should probably stop talking before I say something that gets me into more trouble. But yeah, thanks again, guys. And I don't know, stay safe out there. Be careful. If you have any questions, please feel free to text or leave a message or whatever. And yeah, most importantly, too, just tell your loved ones, people close to you, just especially older people that don't understand all this technology and it's scary to begin with. Just let them know what they can do to just make themselves a little bit more safe. Or they may be a little bit offended that you're always poking your face and looking at their emails and stuff, but it's for a good reason. And I'm sure a lot of the time they'll understand why. But yeah, if there's anyone out there who hears this, thank you for taking the time to listen to my rant. And if I don't get sued for making this video, I'll probably keep making them. But with that, yeah, thanks again, and I hope to see you on the next video. And bye for now.